Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner, and this is my review for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. This is Season 8, The Reunion, Part 2. I am very happy it did not get a 3-part reunion. Girl. Mm, mm, mm. Anyway, if you have not done so already, please make sure to like this video because, of course, that helps YouTube share our videos. As I said before, y'all know YouTube has been flagging people's videos. So if you see this video up and it goes down, it's because it got flagged and I'm waiting for it to be reviewed. It'll be back up tomorrow. Okay, so always come back the next day to look for the video because it will be back up if YouTube flags it. This is what us YouTubers are going through right now. So please bear with us, but always come back to our channel to look for the video, within the next day or so, because it won't send you it won't send you a new notification when we put it back up. Okay, so I mean, it is what it is. I've made a whole video about it before, so watch that video too. Anyway, okay, be sure to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, dun 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 dun, okay, and all that good shit. A couple of us YouTubers have put out our PayPal, have put out our Cash App, because somebody might want to give us $1 here or there. So I do have mine listed in the description box below. If you want to, fine. If you don't want to, it's fine. It's there for whoever wants to use it. Okay, and let's get started on this video. So, we start out with the test results, the lie detector test results that Karla, from Test that Karla took last episode. And, of course, she said no to all the questions. If she had a threesome, if she defecated on the sheets and all, girl, whatever. So they say how all the questions initially, was inconclusive. Okay, no, not inconclusive. They were no deception indicated. Because Karla was saying no, no. No, because Karla was high. Okay, Karla was real high, lowered that heart rate, got real calm, and took that test. Okay, so but they then asked 2 other questions about, if her and Pooh had been sexually intimate, or if her and it was his harem, whatever her husband's name is, them 2 had messed around or whatever. Those 2 questions came back inconclusive. Whatever, y'all know I didn't do that or whatever. Pooh then starts screaming, yelling, me and Karla was in the same bed all the time, okay? Like when she got her ass done, we slept in the same bed because she couldn't be on her ass. I'm looking like, Pooh, at this point in time, girl, it's just, at this point in time, it's been a whole season of food. We don't care anymore. We really don't. Karla, well, you got your ass done too a whole bunch of times, and at that point, they're going back and forth with each other, saying how the other one slept with people in front. I'm like, y'all slept with people in front of each other. I'm like, y'all had a whole sexual history. It's weird, okay? She may not have never pooped on the sheets, okay? But I feel like, some things happen and who cares? Anyway, Mimi then said how she was around at one point when something happened. I didn't see nothing, but all I know is we was all hanging out, sitting together, a whole bunch of us and whatnot. And then everybody left but Karla, okay? Karla stayed. And then like 2 or 3 days later, in the blog, it said that her, Karla, and Hiram was together, in that way. And I was like, girl, you didn't give no insight. All you said was we was all together. No insight at all. Mimi, just hush, Mimi. We don't really care. She kind of then bring up, well, Pooh was offering Shay, what I'm saying, deal doors. I said, what's deal doors? Deal doors? Okay. If it's pronounced wrong, that's fine, you know what I'm saying? And she said maybe that's why to Pooh, things may be sexual, but not to anybody else. What? Shut up, because you fat, ugly, you uncomfortable, and you short, you know what I'm saying? And that's why you single. I was like, first of all, I'm fat, I'm short. I mean, I'm not ugly, I'm not uncomfortable. But I mean, don't think because somebody may be fat or whatever that they don't pull dudes. We pull them, okay? We pull them all up and through the neighborhood, okay? Anyway, and she kind of said, girl, I'm single by choice, so girl, leave me be. I don't know you, sir, okay? Sir, leave me be. And I'm like, let's just, Carly was crying a little bit. We see people trying to rush the stage. My daughter wanted to quit school because of this. No, your daughter was a whole adult. Okay, your daughter's not a child. If your daughter quit school, remember her grades wasn't that good. I don't not on one day of this year do I believe that Carly's daughter stopped school because of this. Carly has been in the news for other frivolous, foolish things over the years. And if her daughter ain't never been teased about it, then I don't believe she's being teased now. I'm like, you fakely passed out when Life Jennings gave you a fake ring at the park. I would tease that too. You had feet messing with penises. I would tease that too. You've done other things foolishly all 8 seasons. Carly, so girl, leave me be. So next up, we had Scrap. Scrap De Leon is home from prison or whatever. What you got going on? Like, how's it feel to be home? Of course, he's happy to be home. He says how he's just trying to be a productive member of society. Okay, trying to be a whole father, be a whole businessman or whatever. He said he got, even though he don't have custody, like, legally of King, him and baby mama, let him get King, so King lives with him. He said his younger son, it's with him 4 days a week. He said how, me and their moms, like, we didn't go to court. We just kind of worked it out between ourselves, and it's fine. Which is good. He's a dad. He wants to be a dad. I don't think he was ever a bad dad. I think he was just a bad dude, like a bad boyfriend or whatever. But again, he brings up how he's doing the little restaurant thing and how he just wants to be, productive, basically, whatever. So we forget that it was a whole storyline about Scrap and his daddy, who we thought was gone, but really wasn't. Okay, gone from this earth, but he wasn't. Watch my words because you to be flagged and stuff. So I'm like, how do we like this move on past that? Like, how do we never, double back around to like with Scrap? What he been all this time or whatever? So I'm like, I really forgot about the resurrected father. So he brings up how he's open to the dad being around now. How even though he wasn't in his life, he would love it if the dad was in his kid's life, his grandchildren or whatever. He's like, so we gonna see where that goes. They then asked Cameron, how did you not know, he was alive? I thought he was dead for real. I didn't know until one of his friends contacted me or whatever. And then I asked him, whatever happened to Mike? How did Mike die? And he said, Mike ain't dead. He alive. What? Are you sure? She then said she went and she's like, I never told Scrap initially. I went and asked him whose name was on his birth certificate. And I said, well, that's a weird question for the mother to ask the child. Because didn't you fill it out? And I asked him, and he said, Mike, whatever the name was, I think it's a man out here with that same name. And it's like, and then Scrap said, well, he wouldn't have the same birthday, but I said he did. Scrap, he do have the same birthday. It's your father. I said, KK, stop lying. KK knew that man was alive. And the fact that she wouldn't ask Scrap who name on your birth certificate as if she forgot who the daddy was is crazy to me. But I'm like, whatever. It was just weird. It was weird to me. And that's how she told him that his father was alive. I just didn't know, but it's fine now. KK be lying, girl. KK be lying. Anyway, they then get on how he was locked up or whatever, and they bring up how how much people don't get how lonely you can get in prison or whatnot. They mention how when Scrap was locked up that Carly went to go see him, okay, and she said it's because again people don't get how hard it is for people in prison. So as a friend of his, she went and visited him just so to lift his spirits, so just to lift his spirits. Scrap bring up how people don't get how even a little simple letter I'm saying, to a person in jail is amazing. And I said, I believe that, okay, because it's their way to get in touch with the outside world. So when they was saying how Carly went to go visit him, Pooh decided to say, well, Carly probably went and visited him because they was having sex. And I said, Lord, why did you just do that? And so a couple things happened the minute she said that. Okay, now as we see, Pooh is sitting there, Monique is sitting there, Karen and then Scrap, okay? And at first, it was a lovely, lovely scene, okay? And Pooh was up there laughing and whatever. And I'm like, it feels like it's gonna be some bull stuff, okay? And it went from that, okay? Then we see that Moniece realized it's trouble afoot, okay? And then as we see Karen's stance change, okay? KK was like, what you say about my son? What did you say? And moment by moment, like you can watch just the National Geographic, she kind of pounced on Pooh. And the whole time, Pooh is unaware that she's about to be attacked by a lioness. Okay? Protecting her cub. And I'm like, Pooh, you don't see a whole hand coming your way, Pooh? Are you... Pooh was so unbothered. She was not watching her surroundings, okay? Not at all. And Karen, KK, up here not caring that Moniece is sitting right there. KK didn't even get up to go around Moniece. She just reached across Moniece, okay? And when she did, she made contact with who? With the Pooh. And I'm like, come on now, what's going on here? And she was yanking all over Moniece. I mean, you see Moniece caught up in the middle of the rapture? Okay, caught up in the rapture of love. All up in there. And Scrap trying to catch it. We see the security run because it happened so quick and so swiftly. Okay, it happened very swiftly. Okay, it wasn't like, oh, what's going on here? Because it went from this, you know, and even before that, it was wait, where's that? No, went from this. Okay, went from this a little sit up. This a little sit up, okay? Moniece peeked the quick movement though, okay? You see Moniece's eyes, she peeked something was going on, okay? And a split second later, she was on that ass, okay? Now I'm like, girl, and she was holding on for dear life, okay? For dear life. And you heard someone saying, no, no. Now I don't know if that was Moniece screaming or if that was uh Pooh, because again Moniece was in between them, so Moniece got dragged down the couch a little bit. I was like, girl, it's not gonna be good. But at that point in time, you seen Tokyo and Sierra trying to run over, and let's speak about Tokyo, okay? Look, as a plus size woman in America, I am a firm believer that, we can wear different things and we can try different things and we can, try different looks. I don't know who convinced Tokyo that this was the look, okay? This is like a tree slash Jolly Green Giant slash Cowardly Lion esque outfit. It does not look flattering. No, no. It looked like the green side is missing some fringe, okay? It looked like the black side is just, look, it just don't look good. Sierra don't look good in there either. And so her dresses look a little bit like her ass won't fit in it. But I mean, Tokyo, I don't know who said, you know what, Tok, wear this whole shag type, shingle type, you know what I'm saying, thing or whatever. You can shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it. No, mama, no. Tokyo has looked better during the season. Her wig didn't even... It's all too much. We have to understand that sometimes too much is what? Too much. Okay, the hair is too much. Too much. Too much. Too late. Okay, is what it is. I just do not like this at all. Okay, at all. And when she rushed over to get the Pooh, and I feel like it's a pussy move as well, too, when KK, you know what I'm saying, swung on Pooh, whatever, for Tokyo and for Sierra to try to run over there and get some licks in too. I'm like, girl, it's even though Pooh gets on everybody's nerves, that was a punk move, and I don't like that. But I more don't like Tokyo's outfit. She looked horrible. Period. Okay? And that ain't hate, it's truth. I can say that all day. Again, we can wear different things, we really, really can, but that's ugly. It was ugly. Okay? It was hairy. It was hairy and the Henderson's ugly. Okay? It was a black mamba in the jungle. It was just no, it just wasn't. It was not a good look, sis, at all. And whoever styled you need their ass whooped. Okay? But you should know that sometimes look at yourself and say, this don't look good on me. This is not gonna look good sitting down. It was too much and not enough all at the same time. Anyway, so again, they try to run over to fight Pooh a little bit, but of course, Security pulled them back, okay? And you saw all of Tokyo's friends flying through the air. And then I'm like, it was whatever. So they take Pooh off stage. And Spice, that's what she get. That's what she. I'm like, Spice, be quiet. This hush. Just hush a little bit, okay? Carly, like, what I'm saying? We couldn't even have sex in jail. We can't have sex in jail. People have sex in jail. Okay, there's all kind of things that you can do if you know somebody. But I'm not gonna say nothing about that. KK, like, I don't play when it comes to my sons. Okay, I don't play. I say she don't. She don't. And the fact that Pooh was insinuating that Scrap may have been breaking rules in prison is what probably pissed KK off. I get that or whatever. Scrap being said, well, Pooh been rude to just about everybody on the cast at one point or the other, and I'm surprised that did not happen. So that somebody, yanking her ass up. He's like, my mom just happened to be the closest person to her, and she don't play no games. And KK don't play no games at all. And she definitely don't play by her baby Scrap. Okay? And I'm like, whatever. They get on Monique and Scrap a little bit. I don't care too much. KK brought up how, she did introduce him or whatnot, and how they talked a whole bunch on three-way calls. How does she know? Because Scrap would call KK would then call Monique, and they would have three-way conversations to where she said they ran up her phone bill about $3,000. I said, $3,000? Girl. And she brought up how Scrap would never ask Monique to put money on the phones because I would have. You ain't gonna have my son call me and then y'all talk a whole bunch and then my bill is $3,000 and I'm gonna keep no. Call her, add her to your phone list, okay? Please and thank you. Sometimes they be talking about all kind of nasty stuff, and I could not believe it. When you on a three-way prison call, you put the phone down, you put it down, and you just pick it up every 60 seconds you put it up, and they say, okay, so okay. I know. Okay. I just know. Anyway, so Monique bring up how, they was cool or whatever. She thought it was more than what it was. It was not, and she's like, I refuse to ever be treated, you know what I'm saying, or dumped like trash again. And she said on her, I think on Twitter or Instagram, that she wasn't talking about Scrap per se. She was meaning like people that, Scrap, AD, or people who have just like kind of discarded her as if she was saying, I'm not gonna do that anymore. She back with AD a little bit because we see them on social media together. So girl, I don't know. Scrap apologizes to her, saying how he's sorry for anything that he did to hurt her. I think Scrap just kind of played. Scrap did what Scrap do. He bangs you and then leaves you alone. They kind of get on the beef between Pooh and Sierra. I don't care because Pooh and Sierra beefing about something that happened possibly between Pooh and BK on a trip, and BK ain't even there. So I'm like, I don't care, girl. I don't care. Sierra should be more pissed with BK than Pooh, because BK is the one who they should have asked Sierra if he took on that trip to Paris. Did that happen? I'm not beefing with no chick over some dude who I ain't even with no more. I don't get that. And even though Pooh was so frustrating, I feel like Sierra is getting so hyped because she can't talk about BK stuff. I don't get hyped with Pooh. I won't get no stage time. So Sierra kept getting hyped at Pooh for that single reason. Period. Okay. Next, they get on the beef with Akbar and everybody. Because Akbar was beefing with Spice, with Sierra, with Shekinah, with Tokyo. Who else? Wait, hell, anybody, okay? So Monique bring up how her and Akbar was gonna do the little EP or some kind of song or collaborate in whatever kind of way together. But Akbar kept missing sessions, being late to sessions or whatever. And so she was kind of like, what I'm saying, I can't keep doing this. Akbar gave her classic excuse. I was shot in the head, I have a bullet fragment, and I get headaches. Akbar is a person who keeps saying, I was shot in the head, the bullets in there, I get really bad migraines. But she be up here bucking the fight all the time, yelling and cussing and fussing, running around everywhere. A person who gets headaches because there's a bullet in their brain, I would assume would be more calm. I would assume that the more you get worked up, the more you would get a migraine. So I'm like, I almost, not saying I don't believe her, but that be a whole excuse. I wholeheartedly believe that she gets headaches. I really, 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 really do. But I thought you probably caused them too, because look how amped you be for no reason. Girl, bye. Anyway, but sometimes I showed up late, like sometimes I didn't or whatever. Well then, As Monique said, you was being inconsiderate of her time. But I digress. It was what it was. She said, my bad. She then brings up how the stuff with her and Tokyo and Spice or whatever. Because I'm the queen of Atlanta. I'm the queen of Atlanta, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I had a name before anybody else was. I grew up here. What else you say? Tokyo flew here. She didn't check in with me. Look, Spice. I'm Spice. What's the girl name? Akbar. Girl, you had to borrow money from Candy, your cousin Candy, to get a house. So, no, not even a house. To get an apartment, okay? So you ain't the queen. The queens don't borrow money from their cousins, okay? You were wholeheartedly damn near homeless. So, girl, how are you the queen of anything, okay? And you want somebody to check in with you. You have can you even check into a hotel? Do you even have a checking account? Why would anyone check in with you? No one knew you before Love and Hip Hop. And my thing is, if you're the queen of Atlanta, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta has been on for 8 seasons. How is the queen of Atlanta not on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta? How is that possible? And if you're the queen of Atlanta, why did you not come on the show until season 8? And then even then, no one knew who you were. Girl, you be worried about the wrong shit. That's why you was homeless and had to borrow money from Candy all up and through the taco truck. Girl, it's just, I feel like she ran a taco truck because what else do you do? Nothing. Anyway, they then get to her in Chicago because Tokyo like, look, girl, I don't care. Yes, I did fly here. I flew here first class, and I don't. Tokyo said, I don't even check into the airport on my flights, okay? I'm not checking in with nobody in no city, period, okay? You could be the queen of Atlanta. You could be the queen of a city. I don't want that. And I'm like, speak that, okay? Speak that. You up here repping for a city that you can't even afford to live in, okay? And let me repeat that slowly. You are repping for a city that you can barely afford to live in, Akbar. But do you, boo-boo? Do you? Anyway, they get to her in Shekinah. And girl, this beef was so old, it makes Akbar look petty and this girl broke. Shekinah, no, Akbar said her issue is, back in the day, Shekinah was consistently involved with herself in the dealings that Akbar had with some dude that Shekinah used to talk to. It seemed like they dealt with dude around the same time, okay, one way or the other, back in the day. Shekinah, like, I don't have no beef for her. Like, that was old shit. Like, I don't get why she act like it's a current beef now. It's the weirdest thing, and it really, really, really is weird. That's old shit to me. Akbar, who was upset as if she kind of just had sex with this man, she said, bitch, shut up. I'll slap the fuck out of you, little bitch. And I'm like, girl, and said it aggressively. And people were looking at her like, what? Why are you so angry? Like, what are you? It was so pathetic because you not even with him no more. That's the crazy part, Akbar. This not even your dude. This is a dude you used to mess with. Girl, that's like me getting upset with somebody who dealt with the bad guy currently or in the past. I'm not with that man. Forget him and forget you too. Akbar, girl, move on. You have enough children to worry about, enough uh, rent to worry. You have enough things in life to worry about to be beefing with Shekinah or dude. Neither one of y'all is with now. But I digress. Anyway, she kind of bring up how we was young. She said I was dealing with him or whatever. We lived in the house together, but he wasn't doing much, whatever. It was like in-house that I was paying for. She was honest about it. You know what I'm saying? She then say, he was not doing much around the house, but it was in-house that it was what it was. Akbar then say, well, he was doing for me like he did for me. How? When? You lost all your kids and was homeless. At what point was he doing for you? When? Back then? Back then, and girl. Anyway, queens don't need to borrow funding from their cousins if they're queens. And if he was doing for you, he didn't do long. Pooh tried to jump in the yeah, that's why, yeah. She kind of said, man, shut up. When she called Pooh a man, I said, oh, Lord Jesus. Anyway, they then had to remove Pooh said because, again, it was an argument, but who cares? She kind of brings up how it's a spider. It's a whole spider, y'all. I had to stop and kill a whole spider, Lord Jesus. Anyway, after she kind of called Pooh a man or whatever, they was arguing back and forth a little bit to where Pooh had to be removed from the stage, and she ended up throwing a pair of panties on the stage, saying how someone left panties at her house. I'm like, why is Pooh always throwing things and having little props? Then asked the same question. I'm like, girl, Pooh, go sit your ass down somewhere. Anyway, she sat her ass down in the back. She kind of then brings up a little thing like, well, um, me and Akbar were dealing with the dude or whatever. He ended up getting shot. We both were at the hospital, and we talked at that point in time, and she told me she was pregnant, and she told me she was thinking about having, she may have an abortion or whatever. And I told her that, so she probably don't want to have a baby or whatever. So that's the gist of how much they talked or whatever. And then at this point in time, she's like, but I don't get why still, issues now. And so, she like, well, you talking stuff, but you just like me. So I don't get why you keep talking shit about me. Said Shekinah to Akbar. I ain't like you. You dress like somebody from the marching band. She said, well, let me march, and got up and did her little marching band thing or whatever. It was petty. And it was more petty on Akbar's part because Akbar was really upset. Bitch, I'm homegrown. Bitch, I'm man-made. But you on the same level as everybody else, if not less than, because at the end of the day, we know Shekinah. We barely know you, Akbar. But it was what it was. It it was stupid. And see, like, I think this is crazy. We all from Atlanta, like we all from down bottom or whatever. It shouldn't matter. And then Akbar, for some reason, got down and started saying a prayer. Kirk and Rashida, because I can't, girl, I can't. Kirk and Rashida, it's bullshit. Kirk and them acting like, we've been together so long, we've been through so much. At the end of the day, I'm saying I did not want to be without her, except them times you was fucking and cheat on her. Them times you didn't care what was going on. I'm confused. Like, to say, well, I realized I did not want to be without her. But it took you having a baby to realize that, a baby with somebody else to realize that. Okay, if you say so, whatever. Rashida brings up how she had moved past him cheating or whatever. She brought up how when she said she cheated, she was saying that it happened before they were married. You can't count cheating from when you were dating versus your husband consistently cheating on you in your marriage. It's just different, okay? Even though cheating is cheating, I feel like if we were young in our teenage years or in our early 20s, and we're not really married, but I stepped out here or there, whatnot, and I'm pretty sure Kirk did too. That's different than we are not married. We are supposed to be committed to one another as husband and wife, and you out here still cheating. It's just different or whatever. She brings up how when she met Cannon, it's like it was hard. I had to swallow to swallow it down or whatever, because at the end of the day, he's so cute. I couldn't be mad at him or whatnot. And so it's just a situation. And then, it's like I've moved past the cheating. So, it's just, this is the situation, and I have to just kind of, deal with it. And I said, if you say so, because I wouldn't deal with it. A baby, a whole baby. Anyway, Kirk, they asked him, like, why did Jasmine keep saying how Kirk and Rashida are like TV parents to Cannon or whatever, and only get him when they shooting the season or whatever. They didn't say it wasn't true. What they said was that Jasmine had this idea that Kirk should be around as if him and her are in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And they not. You know what I'm saying? So she wants him to be like a family man with her and the baby, and that's just not what it is. And Rashida then said, like, at the end of the day, she has to realize that she had a baby by a married man who has a whole family. Like, he can't really be over there, like, on any consistent basis, because not with you. And it's, it is what it is. And why I feel like, Rashida, that's, girl, your husband had a baby on you. So not only did Jasmine sleep with a married man cheated on his wife because somebody was pregnant. Okay? So let's not act like Jasmine is the only person who has this idea that things should be different. Your husband should have never cheated on you. Let's just make that clear, okay? And that's what it was. They talk about the Spice skin bleaching situation. I don't really care, because nothing was said differently on the reunion than what was on the show. So, I mean, that's already been hashed out. Tokyo brings up how she isn't depressed anymore and how she was happy that her friends kind of came to her aid and kind of, talked to her and kind of pulled her about her funk of just feeling sad or whatever and checking on her. It helped her realize that she was depressed in the first place. Like, that's what kind of helped her. We see Sierra say how she realized that she was teeing too much when she went to Tokyo's house and, poured that girl food out. She brings up how, but she said she wanted to lose weight, but I feel like I still, I went too far in what I was doing about it or whatever. I say, girl, you did, but it is what it is. And that was really the whole reason. Girl, it did need to be two parts, but I guess it was what it was. So put your comments below how you felt about the reunion. And that was really it. I mean, what else? I mean, it was nothing. It was nothing. Okay, gotta go. Peace.